Hey, what's up, power traders? Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how to invest your first 100 bucks. So keep watching. Hey, I'm Jason Brown, stock market coach and option trader. And one of the questions that I get asked is,
if I only had 100 bucks, how should I invest it? Or is there much that I really can do if I only have 100 bucks?
And I want to break down and show you the opportunity and the power in just getting started. And if I only had 100 bucks today, what would I do with it? If you haven't seen my previous video where I broke down how much you need to get started and what tools you need to get started, I would recommend checking that video out after this one as well. Now, when you think about 100 bucks, to most people, they don't feel like that's enough money with respect to the stock market. Maybe you don't feel like you earn enough on your job. Maybe you're a waitress. Maybe you're doing something for tips. You're an Uber driver, Lyft driver. And trust me, those are my people. I love my Uber drivers. I even drive it for fun. And I love my waitresses. So I'm not knocking those industries by any means. But what I'm saying is if you work somewhere where you feel like all I can put together is 100 bucks, I don't know if it's even worth me getting involved in the stock market. Well, I want to change your mindset on that. So if I were to start today and I only had $100, the first thing I would tell myself is, how much money do I want to make over time? I know I'm not going to wake up and be a millionaire with just 100 bucks. So the first thing to do is have long-term thinking and say, if I get started today, where could I be? With that thinking in mind, it's going to lead you to how to think about picking your first investment. You see, if I'm thinking, okay, if I just want to get started, well, over time, allow this money to grow, then I'm going to be looking for industries that are not necessarily stable, but industries that are on the rise or that are growing. Let me give you an example. Apple may be a stable company. It's been around for a while. It's created the iPhone. It has computers out here. So it's typically been trading in what I call a pretty stable range, at least as of lately. If you look over 5 to 10 years, it continues to eventually grow, but short term is more of a stable company. And so I want to start to look at, where is the next growth coming from? Where is the money coming into the industry? Where is the money rotating out to, or out of and into? And when I think about that, at least at the time of this recording or shooting this video, money is going into electric vehicles, is going into autonomous driving. And so that is an industry that is going to continue to develop and money is going to pour into. In fact, GM has come out and already said in the future, I think it said year 2030 or 2035, that all of its vehicles should be electric vehicles. You have companies like Tesla that don't even make any gasoline vehicles. You have companies like Lucid getting into the space, LI, XPEV, and a lot of other companies that are starting to only make electric vehicles or transition their existing fleet over to electric vehicles. Now, I know what you may be thinking. What about marijuana stocks, right? But the problem with marijuana stocks is, although it could potentially be a growth sector, right now it's still a speculative sector, especially until it gets approved on a federal level. So there's a difference between a growth sector and a speculative growth sector. And since this is our only $100, we don't necessarily want to go with speculative. We want to stick with growth and where we believe the money is going. Electric vehicles are already getting credits. Big companies are already switching over to it. More and more cars like this are being seen on the road. Autonomous drivers is continuous to get better and better each year. And so we know for a fact that things are headed that way, and there are no legal hurdles in the way of autonomous vehicles and electric driving. All right. So what that leads me to is, the next thing is, do you really want to pick an individual stock? Do you want to really dive in and find out, is Lee going to be the winner? Lee Automotive. Is Tesla going to be the winner? Is Lucid going to be the winner? You don't necessarily want to worry about picking the winner. You just know as a whole, the industry is going to go up, which means you might want to consider an ETF or an exchange traded fund. All right. I did a video about ETFs and what those are. So we'll pop a link up somewhere here on the page. Be sure to check out that video. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over and share my screen. I want to walk you through an ETF that I would put my money in today if I was starting with $100. In fact, I'm going to take $100 and buy some right now. Let's switch over and let's look at the screen. All right, so we're looking at my screen right now. I'm logged in to my Webull account. Now, if you're not familiar with Webull, I recommend you open an account with them. There's a link in the description where you can actually get a free stock just from opening an account with Webull and depositing at least $100, okay? So I'm gonna type in DRVE. If you're not familiar with Drive is an ETF that has Tesla in it. It has some other electric vehicle manufacturers in it. And so it'll give you exposure to companies like Tesla without you actually owning just one share of Tesla. By the way, Tesla's trading for, let's see here, Tesla's trading for itself $650. So you wouldn't be able to buy one if you had $100. But if you want to add Tesla and some of the other electric vehicle manufacturers and play the whole energy play and autonomous driving play, you can go with the Drive, which is the global autonomous and electric vehicle ETF that you see right here on my screen. So again, click on that. You're going to see it's going for $27 a share. Now, if you have $100, you can basically buy about 3 shares. Okay, it's a little. If it was obviously $25, you could buy 4 shares, but we're talking about just having $100, and that's okay. It's important to start where you're at. So before I hit the buy button and show you exactly how to buy the shares, I want to just zoom out for a second, and I want to go to the yearly chart on this stock. So let me go daily, and then I want to zoom out, and I want to show you something. At the time of this recording, it is March 18th, okay? So if I go back to March 18th, 2020, which would be right here, March 18th. So on March 18th, you can see the stock opened at 975. The high was 1018. The low was 932, but it closed at about 990. Okay. So the point is, it was about $9.90. If you fast forward a year later, at the time of recording this, the stock is going for $27 right now. So I'm going to pull up my calculator and just do some quick math. If you were to pay $9 for something and it's later trading for $27, 27 divided by, let's say, $9, I'm just going to leave off the 90 cents. That is a 300% return or 200% profit, right? What is the power in that? The power in that is, again, just getting started. Can you imagine you just put $100 away today and you didn't look at it for a year and you woke up and you had $300 in that same account? That is the power of just getting started. And that is the power of using even $100. Because guess what? If you can do that again next year, you're starting with $300 and you could potentially wake up in a year and have $600. So let's go back and let me show you how to actually purchase the stock so that you can get in the game. Okay, so down here, you're gonna see the option to buy, sell, or short. We're gonna buy it. We always buy on the limit. And in our case, we're gonna wanna buy 3 shares because we can't buy 4 because we don't have enough money. I always like to go about 2 cents above the current ask if I for sure wanna get filled, because the market's open right now and this price could be changing. So I just wanna go at least 2 cents above. We're gonna do time just for a day, no extending hours, no stop loss order. And then we're gonna click here. Now Webull makes you enter a password to make sure that you wanna buy, to make sure no one like broke into your account. Down here you can see it's gonna cost me $81.45. That's just shy of spending all of my $100. I'm gonna place the trade. Oh, actually, I'm going to hit buy, and then that's going to light up in green. Now I'm going to place the trade. It's going to tell me I'm buying 3. I'm willing to pay $27.15. There's no commission for this trade, which is pretty cool. So there's no extra money coming out of that $100 that you use to buy the stock. I'm just going to hit buy. And then it said the order was submitted successfully. All right. Here's my account. And then right here, you can see Drive. I purchased 3 shares, $81.36 is the market value, and the current price is $27.12, and I bought it for about $27.13. So that's it. It says I'm long the position, which means I own it. So in this account, I have about $2,000, but I just put $100 to work buying the Drive ETF. And now I own a portion of Tesla. I own a portion of a lot of other autonomous vehicle and electric vehicle companies just like that. Now I'm going to wait for this industry to grow and come back in a year and see how much that $100, or should I say that $81 has grown to. Hey, if you like this video and you found it helpful, leave a comment below. I'd love to know, if you had $100, what stock would you invest in? Should there be another stock or an ETF that we should be paying attention to as a community? Let's have the conversation below in the comment section. In fact, I want to pull a comment from last week's video and I want to read it right here on the channel. So Matthew Henry says, "Hey brother, just found your YouTube channel and I'm excited to watch every video that you have out. I started to learn about the market about 6 to 8 months ago, and I'm trying to figure things out on my own. Lots of reading and YouTube videos. I'm hoping to learn a lot from you, and I love your rawness of your training and all. I just downloaded, if I can read, your market checklist and about to get the options checklist. Looking forward to growing with you." Hey, Matthew, thanks for your comment. I'm so excited to hear that you're vibing with my vibe here on the channel and that you're getting a lot out of the videos that we create. More importantly, you've already found that we have some PDF downloads that'll help you take your learning even further from free. And we drop a lot of golden nuggets inside those PDFs. So stick with me, stay subscribed to the channel, go through those free resources. And also when you're ready, you know, I have my Power Trades University where we do live 2-hour group coaching where I find real trades in the real market with my real money every week with my members. We also have a traders forum, and then we have our in-depth courses that we really break all this information down. So thanks for your comment and thanks for checking out all of my content. So thank you also, Power Traders, for watching this video. I'm Jason Brown, stock market coach and option trader, and I'm signing off saying, you never go broke taking a profit. I'll see you on the next video.